So let me just get to this topic, man, because it just appears that me and Andrew's friendship has just officially ended. Let's just call it what it is. I've tried to text him. I brought him back from the block list, along with so many of my other friends. Friends from the block list as well, with the exception of Russ and Dewey. I brought him back. I texted him on the group chat. I also texted him on the individual chat, and I even emailed him, and I've gotten nothing. So this tells me that he's already just fed up with me, just officially fed up. So, I mean, let's just call it what it is. He stays on my ex-close friend memorial wall. So, it is what it is at this point. I mean, it may just be a short-lived kind of friendship, but hey, it just lasted for like a good 12 years. Wow, has it really been 12 years? So it's not short-lived. I mean, considering, the reason why I said short-lived is because we didn't have so many hangouts together. Even though we know each other for 12 years, I look at more as in, who I'm closer with. Yeah, Andrew was one of my close friends, but not the kind of close that I've been, that I am with Robbie and Julio and Carlos, Russ. I've had more hangouts with them. Even Neil too. Known Neil for 14 years, but we've had a ton more hangouts than I ever did with Andrew. Even though I've known Andrew for 12 years, right? So that's what I mean when I say short-lived. He was one of the nicest dudes I ever met, and definitely gave me a lot of helpful advice. And this is the same dude that kind of held back, they're the one part of our group. I think for the supposed Dewey's farewell bonfire, and he was so busy cooking sauteed chicken that I think it lasted for a good hour, and next thing you know, the other crew was already there. I'm talking about Julio, Robbie, Dewey, who else was there? Anastasia, and yeah, there was already some people over there, and it was me and Russ and I think Andrew, and yeah, I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I just know that he took a sweet time just cooking the sauteed chicken, and I was like, man, don't you know we gotta go to the bonfire? Everyone else is waiting for us. So, yeah, dude, just for the most part, we had a pretty good friendship. Nothing to take away from that, as far as because he did help me on my resume as well, and he gave me some helpful tips here and there, and so, and I'll never forget some of the wrestling moments he had, just many wrestling moments, and with some of the guys like Russ and most notably Dewey. Never forget that they wrestled each other in the other bonfire. Those are the one a couple months after Dewey's supposed Dewey's bonfire, farewell bonfire, and then the next one was it was in November, right? So yeah, it was just so funny, dude, and yeah, it was. He had a lot of funny moments. I remember he did the owl sound, the owl sound. You know what I'm saying? So, with Andrew, dude, I know lately, and I'm talking about last year, sometime last year, he was trying to get really critical of me, and as far as my mental health and my work is concerned. He went through so much detail about like what, pointing out everything, every single reason as to, why it's not my workplace fault. It's my fault, not the workplace for my actions, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, I try to defend myself with some of his opinions, and it's like you got to go seek medical help, you got to go seek this and seek that, and then it's like it got to a point now where I'm guessing after that group text incident that I just never heard from him again, and just having to come back to my friend circle, just slowly coming back. I try to reach out to him, and he's just gone, man. Like, I texted him individually and in the chat. I even mentioned his name on there. I even emailed him. I haven't heard a thing. I may just have to ask Russ to ask him what's up when I'm ready to talk to Russ again, So, but I mean, let's just call it what it is. He just, he left me behind. Physics left me behind. That's what Jesse used to call him, physics. Because Andrew was more of a engineering freak, and I think science and engineering freak and all that. But for the most part, he just has his own life, and he's all the way up there in NorCal. Forgot exactly where, but he's not far from Sacramento. Him and Arby, and their kid, I'll never forget that. So he's got a family of his own. He's a father and all that. And so I just wish him nothing but the best. And he was just dead silent. I feel like our friendship just ended silently like that. Now, again, I have no problem admitting that I would be wrong, that I'm wrong if it turns out that him and I have reconnected. Just like what I've assumed this whole time with Robbie, that I thought that it was completely over between us two, and we just ended up talking, and just resurrected our friendship from there. So with Andrew, I mean, look, man, good kid. I know that, and he's he wanted me to have paint. He wanted me to paint something for him. Didn't happen, but but yeah, he was a cool kid to talk to. I mean, I've done, like I said, we've done about a few hangouts together. Me, Russ, and Andrew went to what was that place called? Kabuki, and we did. I remember we did that group hike with Ray and Julio and Jesse, and yeah. And what was it? Laurel Canyon. That was the one in Laguna Beach, the Laguna Wilderness. Yeah. So just like it's. I mean, it just sucks that it couldn't last longer, But at least we had some good memories, and we've done enough hangouts to call it a really good friendship. And oh yeah, and he plays piano too. If I ever wanted to play piano again, I used to play piano as well, but if I ever feel like I just want to get back to doing it, and want to do lessons with him, I mean, he can teach me again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go to a teacher, to pay for any tuition. I mean, I have him. So, but I feel like our friendship just ended from there, and I don't want to feel too bitter about it. I know it's just like, who knows? Like, I mean, I gotta when I get back with Russ, then I'll find out. I'll find out from him to talk to Andrew, see what's up, and but I just feel like at some point he was just fed up with me and that, because of that group text incident. Now I know he blocked me on Facebook. That was well before the group text incident. He just told me, hey, just text him right there. So after that group text incident, it was like, man, yeah, I think he just went dead silent on me, and I just feel like it was just over, It was just over, and I mean, like I said, I gotta get in touch with Russ, and just, I think our last hangout, in general, me and Andrew, was at a Coffee Bean when he helped me, with some resume tips, and then the hangout prior to that, I think, was when he came down to visit in 2019. That was a very last minute planned hangout. It was me, him, Dewey, and Russ when we were at the campus billiards, and I remember we played Jenga, and then we played some Connect 4 and other stuff. Yeah, he's a fun guy, man. And the Strawberry Festival, and I remember it was Anastasia, Cecilia, myself, and Andrew. It was a very good one. Yeah. And him and Anastasia really had some things in common, as far as like, I don't know, like it just seems like they click. The chemistry between them two is really good. I think that they have, personality clicks and all that. And so, but that was then. That was like way back in 2014, and I think it's just he's just moved on to a new, a better life, and he's, like I said, he's married to RB and has a kid, and if he doesn't want to be bothered no more, and so be it. I know I'm getting. At least I said in there in the group chat, if I'm not mistaken, I am getting help, but it's just not for him. It's just not, like I don't think he's seen it. Like, yeah, you probably blocked my number too, so that probably explains it. After that whole group text incident, this went down, and then it's just it's just the end. So it is what it is, man. Like, so I'm just gonna let it be for him. So at least we had a lot of good memories, and him, just seeing him play the piano, and just remember we met when he was on the bike when we went to Jack in the Box to one by Dale, and yeah, it was a great guy. He was really. I think it was like a French accent. That was just. I'll never forget this though. Saute. I'm trying to remember what that means. I'm trying to remember. What is it, like? Long Life or something? That was in that bonfire. The one we did in November. Saute. Is that the right one? Is it Saute or Sante? I think it was Sante. Yeah.
Do it again. Sante. Saute.
It's health.
Health? Oh, doesn't mean cheers?
Health.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Oh, same thing? Saute. Like saute chick? Oh no, saute chicken.
Not saute, bro.
Saute. Oh, man. I got a lot of French to learn.
Yeah, that's a lot of good moments. So yeah, I mean, who knows if we're ever gonna reconnect, but like I said, I gotta get through the Russ to see if he can convince Andrew. But at this point, I'm not so worried right now, because like I said, he has his own life, and that's just pretty much that. He's just he's just dealing with his own family, and that's just that. I gotta deal with some other stuff of my own too. I gotta deal with this anxiety that I've been struggling so badly to just overcome, and right now it's hard to overcome it. So it's just that, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. So just let me know what you all think, man. It's I'm really, really, really trying so hard to just overcome anything, like all of my mental struggles, and it's just that, like, yeah, man. So I'm just gonna let it be. So thank you, Andrew, for the friendship, and that's just that. So peace.